For decades, we've relied on a simple promise: flip a switch and the lights come on. That promise is breaking. The traditional power grid is under more stress than ever before. Extreme weather, aging infrastructure, and rising demand are exposing its weaknesses. Today, we're here to discuss how to build your own energy certainty in an uncertain world. This is Beyond the Grid: How On-Site Power is Securing the Future, a presentation by Generator Source. The truth is, the grid alone is no longer enough. Across industries, we are seeing unprecedented pressure points driving the need for on-site power. Consider this: a single minute of data center downtime costs, on average, more than $9,000. One generative AI query uses nearly 10 times the electricity of a standard Google search. And today, more than 70% of transmission lines in the United States are over 25 years old. These numbers aren't just statistics. They highlight why forward-thinking businesses are no longer relying solely on the grid, but are building their own resilient power strategies. The explosion of artificial intelligence and data centers represents the single largest new driver of power demand in a generation. Data centers are no longer simple server rooms. They are energy-intensive hubs that can consume more power than a medium-sized city. And they require on-demand, high-quality power. That makes them prime candidates for on-site generation systems, often in the multi-megawatt range. At the same time, we are witnessing a wave of industrial reshoring. Advanced manufacturing plants for semiconductors, electric vehicles, and batteries are returning to North America. These facilities are enormously power-hungry. Add to this the electrification of everything, from industrial processes to heating to vehicle fleets, and we are seeing constant new loads being placed on local grids. The result is clear: demand is rising far faster than our infrastructure can handle. Our power grid is analog, but our world is digital. Much of the infrastructure was built in the 1960s and 70s, designed for predictable, steady loads. It was never intended to handle today's dynamic, high-density demands. We face physical limitations, from aging transformers to transmission congestion that acts like traffic jams for electricity. And the challenge of building new high-voltage lines is immense, both politically and logistically. Compounding this is the growing impact of extreme weather, from heat domes to winter storms, that push the grid to its breaking point. And while renewables are essential for our future, their intermittency creates volatility. When the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing, dispatchable, on-demand sources like generators are critical to stabilizing the system. This is why manufacturers have shifted their mindset. Generators are no longer viewed as simple emergency backups. We are now designing them as core components of private power infrastructure. Modern Tier 4 final engines deliver more power in a smaller footprint, making them ideal for facilities with limited space. With advanced paralleling, multiple units can be synchronized to form a scalable, redundant power plant that grows with your needs while ensuring N+1 or even N+2 uptime protection. We also recognize the importance of sustainability. Today's diesel engines are certified to run on renewable fuels like HVO, significantly reducing carbon emissions. Natural gas and dual fuel options are also available, meeting diverse emissions requirements while providing true flexibility. In short, the generator has evolved from an emergency tool into a cornerstone of resilient, responsible, and future-proof energy strategy. We've just heard why the grid is no longer enough and how manufacturers are responding with new technology. Now let's shift to the real-world application, what it actually looks like to move beyond the grid. When most people think of a generator, they think of an engine and an alternator. But in reality, the generator is the heart, and the switchgear is the brain. The switchgear is the intelligent nerve center. It decides in milliseconds whether power should come from the grid or from your on-site generators. It can automatically shed non-critical loads to preserve capacity for your essential systems. And it's what makes multiple generators run together seamlessly as if they were one. This process is called paralleling. Think of it like a choreographed dance. Multiple engines running in perfect sync to act as a single, larger power source. Here's why this matters. First, redundancy. If your operation needs 3,000 kilowatts of power, we can install 4 1,000 kilowatt units. If one unit is down for maintenance, or even if it fails unexpectedly, you still have all the power you need. That's N+1 protection. Second, scalability. As your facility grows, you don't have to replace the entire setup. You can simply add another generator to the system, and it integrates seamlessly. It's no longer just about a backup generator. It's about building a private power plant, one designed specifically for your operation. As we've seen, the demand for reliable power is only increasing. And we've also heard how advanced on-site systems are already delivering certainty for businesses. The path beyond the grid is both a critical business need and a complex engineering challenge. The technology is more powerful and intelligent than ever, but making it all work seamlessly requires more than just buying equipment. It requires expertise. This is where Generator Source steps in. Here's how we do it. We start with a deep dive into your operations, uptime requirements, and growth plans. We provide access to new Tier 4 final units, certified pre-owned equipment, or natural gas systems, whichever best fits your budget and goals. We manage every detail, from logistics and installation to final commissioning. And most importantly, we protect your investment long-term with customized maintenance, monitoring, and service plans. With Generator Source, you're not just buying equipment. You're gaining a partner dedicated to securing your operations for decades to come. By combining generators, batteries, renewables, and advanced control systems, businesses can create private networks that operate completely independent of the utility grid when needed. This ensures perfect power quality, resilience, and ultimate control. Our commitment at Generator Source is to guide you not just through today's challenges, but to help you navigate the future of decentralized power. Today, we've laid out a clear case. Relying 100% on the traditional grid is no longer an option. Securing your operations, your data, and your revenue requires a proactive strategy for power independence. That journey begins with a simple step: understanding where you stand today. This assessment provides a clear picture of your vulnerabilities, identifies the right-size solutions for your operation, and delivers a roadmap to long-term power security. Your future is too important to leave in the hands of an aging grid. Let's start building certainty together. Visit generatorsource.com to learn more about power independence.